Hey everyone, my name is the Lady Zenner, and today we are back with another episode of our tropical franchise mode series in Planet Zoo. When in the previous episode, we added my most favorite animal of the new Eurasia animal pack, the mute swan, and combined it together with the wild boar. With that episode, we pretty much now completed the Asian area of our zoo, so now it's time to finish the South American region of our zoo, adding the beautiful maned wolf in this episode. If you enjoyed this series, then please do make sure to leave a like and leave some nice feedback in the comments section down below. Yeah, as you can probably hear already on my voice, I am not feeling too well. I unfortunately got COVID. What a perfect timing right before Christmas, my goodness. But anyways, me telling you guys that I wanted to finish this series before the end and now being sick, I am not entirely sure if we are going to make it. But at least I will do my best to see how far we can get before the end of the year. While I'm also need to take some rest in between and try to recover, of course. But yeah, big apologies here for my voice today and just being a little bit slower, I guess. So yeah, the main wolf habitat will be located right behind the jaguar habitat in our zoo. And as this is the South America region, it is focused a lot on temples. So we're obviously going to use this theme as well for the maned wolf habitat. Now the maned wolf does need quite some space here, so we need to make sure to clear the area first and then we start digging an area into the ground. So where the habitat is going to be on the side of the jaguar habitat will be like this big walkway functioning as like this big viewing gallery for the guests to look into the habitat. But we will also create a lowered viewing gallery more in the center of the habitat. So this will allow guests to enjoy the maned wolf more up close and get a glimpse of them while sleeping and chilling in their temple. And we will be using a lot around this habitat that we also added in the capybara habitat that we built, because I just really love those pieces so much. So if you want to download the temple that we're using right now for your own zoo, then definitely make sure to go to the Steam collection with the link in the description, because there you can find most of the blueprints that we created for this zoo actually. But before we start working on the temple, we will first be covering the path on the side of the viewing gallery, covering the edges all nicely with some temple pieces from the South America pack that works super well, combining it with like the temple pieces from the tropical pack. Absolutely love to combine these two. Now, as the temple for the capybaras is a little bit small, I wanted to create a little bit of a bigger temple out of it. But obviously, I first thought to create an entirely new temple for the maned wolf. When I just saw how good the temple for the capybaras was and like the limit of certain amount of pieces, I pretty much just decided to just keep it like this one instead and then duplicate it to be able to connect the two temples together basically. It was a little bit of a struggle to make it all work because at first I thought the temple would be too low for the maned wolves to use, but it actually turned out that I just had to remove the pillars in front of it because they were, oddly enough, not able to fit through. I sometimes am just so confused about how big the traversable area is in this game of some animals and how things work. But it is what it is, I guess. You can honestly barely tell I removed the pillars from the front, so it's totally fine. But I sometimes so much wish that the traversable area in this game for some animals would be so much smaller, would be so much easier. So around the temple, I wanted to have a water stream going all the way through the habitat as well, because my plan is to create a really lush and tropical habitat here for the maned wolves to enjoy. Now, this may not be a perfect fit for the actual biomes they like, but hey, we're building in a tropical zoo and we just had like this beautiful tropical area for these guys, so hopefully they will still enjoy. So the maned wolf is able to walk through the water to go to the temple, but on the back side, there also is some terrain so they are not entirely obligated to go through the water to the temple if they don't want to. So now the edges of the habitat will be nicely covered with the tree trunk rows we also use a lot throughout this whole zoo. They simply just work so well as a fencing and they look so nice if you ask me. So on top of them, we will be using a lot of the flat green bushes, of which I always forget the name of. It's so frustrating. And we will also cover the edges with a lot of bamboo, tropical trees, and plants to make it all blend in nicely into the zoo. Now in the middle of the habitat, there will be a lowered viewing gallery, as I said, providing a nice view for the guests into the habitat. So the edges of this lowered viewing gallery, we will be using a lot of the tropical pack temple pieces as well again, but here we will also combine it with some chain link fences. Now I do have to apologize here, like my recording software had some updates the past few weeks, and since then it sometimes shows that I'm recording something, but then in the end it doesn't give me any file. Like, it's honestly super frustrating, as I also had to record some like let's plays of the Eco Island Park, for example, all over again the past week because I was just missing a lot of the files. So I've tried to contact them if they're able to fix it as soon as possible, but as of right now there's just nothing I can do about it, I'm afraid. As when I'm building things, I'm obviously not going to delete anything and build it again just for the sake of the speed build. So I hope you guys understand that. So yeah, at least at the end of the video, you will be able to see everything with the tour, of course. So for the habitat itself, I wanted to make sure to have a bit of a different height elevations, also to just play around with the terraforming tool a bit, around the water as well. So this all to make the habitat look a little bit more interesting and not too plain. So when I had all the main things in place of the temple pieces, it was time to start decorating the habitat using a lot of the aquatic rocks as always. And also I did use a lot of the roots this time around the habitat. It's something I very often forget doing, but honestly, it just looks so freaking good. So I would totally recommend doing this in all your habitats. And obviously, the rest of the habitat will be filled in with a lot of tropical trees, bushes, and other foliage to make it all look nice, lush, and pretty. Also together with a lot of the trees with like the orange flowers in them, but we're also using some more other flowers from the tropical theme around the habitat for more color and some contrast. And I think it just looks so beautiful if you ask me. So when all the tropical foliage was in place, the last thing I did was adding a lot of the buffalo grass around the habitat, but also around the water. Like, I don't know what it is. They just give such a nice natural vibe to the whole habitat. And the water area, it looks just so good as well, if you ask me. So I'm really happy with how this area has turned out. Now, this is the first time I'm building a habitat for the maned wolf. I did want to educate myself a little bit about the animals, so as I simply don't know anything about them. So the maned wolf is native to South America and can particularly be found in the grasslands and shrub forests of Brazil, Paraguay, and Argentina, and is a unique canid species. Despite its name, it is not a true wolf, but rather the largest canid in South America. These elusive creatures are known for their distinctive appearance marked by long reddish-brown fur and black legs. Standing at about 91 centimeters, so that's 3 feet tall at the shoulder, the maned wolf's most striking feature is its tall, dark mane, which stands erect when the animal is excited or threatened. So they live in open habitats such as grasslands and savanna biomes. Maned wolves are omnivores, feeding on a diet of fruits, small mammals, and birds. So unfortunately, their populations face threats through to habitat loss and fragmentation. So that's why these animals are now classified as near threatened, with many conservation efforts that aim to protect their habitats and raise awareness about their unique needs. And 3 fun facts about the maned wolves include their distinct vocalizations, resembling a combination of a bark and a roar, their tendency to make their territories with urine, and with preference for hunting at night, using their keen sense of hearing to locate prey. Despite their name and appearance, these fascinating canids stand as a testament to the diverse and intriguing wildlife found in South America. So the maned wolf definitely is a fascinating animal. So without further talking, let's go and check out these beautiful animals in their new habitat. So back in beautiful South America, here with the jaguar habitat, which is still one of my most favorite habitats. I think it looks so cool here with the underwater viewing. Oh man, and then just going over these branches and stuff. It's so cool, isn't it? really love this habitat. Oh yeah, so this is an area that we still need to work on, as you can tell. So this is just like we have one little open space left in our Asian region, which I will finish, of course, before we are going to do the end zoo tour. Oh yeah, of course, guys, just walking through ropes here. Oh man, this is just such a cool viewing gallery. I'm such a big fan of this area. It's so cool. And then on this side, there is the sloth walkthrough exhibit. And we now have this pretty much filled up and finished. So this is all connected. And then guests can just see. I'm going to use, I think, Freebuilt Mod to just hide this one donation box here and this one right over here. And then here they have like this really cool underwater viewing gallery of the jaguar. So now all the sides are pretty much just closed and connected. I'm just only annoyed by all these donation boxes right over here. So yeah, definitely going to install some Freebuilt Mod for that. So, okay, we go here to the maned wolf habitat. Like these donation boxes, I don't really mind too much. They are more hidden away anyway. So yeah. Okay, so we have a big viewing gallery on both sides, looking into a very tropical and lush habitat here for the maned wolf. We have some education on this side here as well. So the guests can really have a nice view here. I tried to wait for these animals to get some offspring, but for some reason they're just constantly in a loop here. Walking, barking, walking, barking. Not entirely sure what is going on here, so I'm not going to pay too much attention to that. So here we have the lowered viewing gallery, which I like it that guests are really walking this way. I have not seen that many guests walking that way, to be honest, but they are also walking here to this middle section with the viewing gallery. So you couldn't really see it in the speed build, but I was playing around a bit with like higher fences first. And then I was like, it's hurting so much of the view here of the beautiful temple. So let's just not do that. And that's why I lowered it, even though I'm not entirely sure if realistically the maned wolf would be able to maybe jump over here and escape. But yeah, we're not focusing too much on realism here anyways. And I think the temple here, like we stole from the capybara habitat, works so well here as well. It looks so nice, and also just making it bigger and have like this connection right over here. And then a little shady area here as well, which the animals can also use. There's a little chewing toy right over here as well. And just having a lot of tropical foliage and rocks, and especially the roots and stuff, just make this habitat look so nice. With the water, the contrast, I can just stand here for hours and enjoy the atmosphere here with all the tropical foliage. I think it looks so nice. So let's see. Okay, so they're still here. Like they're just it almost like stuck here or something. So if can I move you to here? Well, there's food coming. There's food coming for you guys. So that should maybe trigger you to get out of your loops. I hope it will at least. What are you going to do? Fatima, the maned wolf. Now, apologies, like I have to do these Let's Play tours in sandbox mode because I don't know about you guys, but I feel like protesters are like popping up everywhere without any reason. It's super weird, so it was driving me nuts already in the previous episode. So I'm like, yeah, well, okay. I will do the recordings later on in sandbox mode anyways. It's all totally fine. About to die of old age? You kidding me? Oh no, that's so sad. I don't want you to die. Oh gosh, don't tell me you're going to die inside of the water while you're just swimming. Okay, no. You're not. But oh no, this is going to be so devastating. I hate it when otters die. You're just so cute. You should never die. Oh wait, why are you in the box? What? Why are you in a box? Okay. She just took him away right before she died. Okay, I don't know if it was a he or a she. It went too fast. What? That was so weird. Oh, by the way, yes. Now that we're here, like talking about Tapir, they updated the Tapir. Funny enough, I now know that they are updated, but now that I can see these guys, I can tell something is different, but I cannot pinpoint out what is different. So I'm just a little bit confused. However, this is a new model because some people were a little bit complaining about the model for a long time, actually. And now Frontier did update the Tapir. So I did wanted to tell you guys, like, I didn't know it before I was recording my free update overview video, or like my all animals overview. So in the next all animals overview, we will obviously add the new Tapir in there. I can't tell. It's something with the snout, I think, as well, that has been changed. They look still super cute though, so I don't mind. I don't mind. They're just awesome animals and just super cool. They also did update the clouded leopard, but we don't have the clouded leopard in the zoo, do we? No. But you guys remember that the clouded leopard had like this slow mode jumping? So yeah, that was there since like I got early access of that pack. Was it the Southeast Asia Animal Pack or something? That slow-mo jumping was there all the freaking time, and now after I think 2 years or something, it's been finally fixed. So it's good. It's good. It took them way too long, but it's finally fixed. So I'm super happy about that. So let's see one more time if we are able, because this is the female, but she's still not pregnant. So I had to remove a few of the pillars here. So just to be able to make sure that these guys are able to now chill and relax here, right underneath the temple, which just looks so amazing. I'm just so happy that they are able to use this. This is just so cool. Look at all these guests here standing. Isn't that awesome? It's just a perfect height here for them to see these animals in their shelter. But yeah, they're also still not bonding. Let me just check. No, they still don't have a bond. They're hungry. They just got food. Not entirely sure. I have the feeling that franchise mode isn't that stable anymore since the previous updates. But if you guys feel any different, like everyone is experiencing the game different. There are bugs that some people do have, some people don't have, which is also super frustrating because it's like, oh yeah, do you guys know this? And then like, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. But that doesn't mean they're not there. Like everyone has their own bugs and stuff. But just to remind you guys, Frontier is about to go on their holiday break, which is like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I actually don't know exactly, but at least before Christmas. So that means if you have bugs, please do not tell me in the comments, but just go right away to the forums or the Frontier issue tracker if you want to make sure that these bugs hopefully will be fixed before their Christmas holiday, because if they're on a holiday, they will not be updating the game. So everything that breaks now or is broken right now won't be fixed for a long time. So please do keep that in mind. I see a lot of people having some issues. There are issues with the gift shops. That's why I'm not touching them just yet. A lot of people are experiencing crashing when placing down gift shops and playing in their map. Frontier is aware of that, so I am assuming that this will be fixed before they go on a holiday break. But yeah, these kind of things, like if they won't be reported, Frontier would not know, and they are not able to fix it before their holiday break. So please do keep that in mind. But yeah, of course, do let me know in the comments down below what you guys all think of this maned wolf habitat that we added in our tropical franchise mode series, the last animal for the South American region. So next up, we'll be finishing the African region and the Australian area. So that means only 2 more episodes left. Will I be able to do that for the end of the year or not, we shall have to wait and see. Time will tell, but definitely excited to be finishing up this series so we are able to start something fresh and new in the next year. So hopefully you guys are excited for that as well. Leave a like at the video if you guys enjoyed it, and subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. And yeah, I just really do hope to see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys!